The first thing that strikes you about Singapore is its breathtaking cleanliness. It's not just a city that looks clean at first glance. Every corner, every street, every public space seems to have been meticulously cared for. There's a sense that the city is always ready for visitors, always presenting its best face to the world. It's not just tidy, it's immaculate. The city gleams, as if scrubbed moments before your arrival. The glass facades of skyscrapers reflect the sunlight with barely a smudge, and the pavements look as though they've been swept and washed just for you. Even the air feels fresher, as if the city itself is breathing in harmony with its people. Streets are spotless, public parks manicured, and even the bustling hawker centers are remarkably clean. It's a level of order and attention to detail that's almost surreal, especially for a city of this size and energy. The greenery is trimmed to perfection, and there's hardly a stray leaf or piece of litter in sight. I remember sitting down for a bowl of laksa and noticing tables wiped down the second someone stood up. Staff moved with quiet efficiency, ensuring every surface was spotless for the next guest. It's a small detail, but it speaks volumes about the city's standards and the pride people take in their work. This efficiency is both impressive and a little bewildering. Everywhere you look, there's someone sweeping, wiping, or tending to the city's needs. It's as if the entire population is united in a silent agreement to keep Singapore pristine, and the results are nothing short of astonishing. Lush greenery is woven into the city's fabric, super trees at gardens by the bay, green walls on skyscrapers, tranquil parks everywhere. Nature isn't just an afterthought here, it's an essential part of the urban landscape. The city planners have made sure that every resident and visitor is never far from a patch of green, a burst of color, or a moment of calm. It's a harmonious blend of nature and modernity. Skyscrapers rise alongside gardens, and tree-lined boulevards cut through the heart of the city. This careful balance creates a unique atmosphere, one that feels futuristic yet deeply connected to the natural world. But as I marveled at the flawless streets, I wondered, how does a city of nearly 6 million maintain such perfection? Is it simply a matter of civic pride, or is there something more at work behind the scenes? The sheer scale of this achievement is hard to comprehend, especially when you consider the diversity and vibrancy of daily life here. The answer isn't just culture, it's a meticulously enforced system. Rules are clear, and consequences for breaking them are well known. From public campaigns to visible enforcement, Singapore's approach to cleanliness is both proactive and strict. People here understand that order is not just encouraged, but expected. Singapore's glossy surface hints at a deeper story about rules, control, and the pursuit of a perfect society. The city's beauty is not accidental, it's the result of careful planning, collective effort, and a willingness to prioritize the greater good over individual convenience. Beneath the shine, there's a fascinating complexity. Every polished surface and orderly street tells a story of compromise, discipline, and ambition. Singapore's perfection is as much about its people and their values as it is about its policies and infrastructure. This is just the beginning of Singapore's story. To truly understand this city, you have to look beyond the surface, to the systems, the people, and the unique blend of tradition and innovation that makes Singapore one of the world's most remarkable places. Singapore is far more than a stopover. It's a destination bursting with culture, history, and excitement. In a single day, you can wander through Chinatown, hop to Little India, and explore Kampong Glam, each district with its own unique character. The city's culinary scene is legendary, from Michelin-starred restaurants to humble hawker centers where everyone feasts together. For just a few dollars, you can savor Hainanese chicken rice or spicy chili crab. What truly captivates is Singapore's seamless blend of old and new, natural and man-made. One moment you're sipping a Singapore Sling at Raffles Hotel, the next you're gazing at the futuristic Marina Bay Sands. Singapore is a place to experience with all your senses. To truly understand Singapore, you must first understand its rules. Because here, rules are not just guidelines, but the very fabric that holds society together. There are rules for almost everything, and they're visible everywhere you look. Posted on signs, announced over loudspeakers, and even printed on the ground beneath your feet. From the moment you arrive, you're greeted by reminders. No eating on the MRT, no smoking, no littering. Even the smallest infractions are clearly spelled out, leaving little room for ambiguity. These aren't mere suggestions, they're laws, and they're enforced with a seriousness that can surprise newcomers. Uniformed officers and clear warnings make it clear. Compliance is expected. The sale of chewing gum is banned, a rule that's become almost legendary. It's not just about cleanliness but about maintaining a sense of order and respect for shared spaces. Spitting in public carries a hefty fine, reinforcing the message that personal habits have public consequences. And even something as simple as failing to flush a public toilet can get you in trouble. There are signs reminding you, and fines if you forget. Enforcement is swift and ever-present. CCTV cameras keep a constant watch, and plainclothed officers blend into the crowd, ensuring that the rules are followed at all times. Fines are steep, and the threat of a penalty is real. This makes people think twice before breaking the rules, creating a culture where self-discipline is second nature. For locals, these habits are ingrained from a young age. Children learn early on to respect the rules, and this sense of discipline becomes part of their identity. For visitors, it can feel like walking on eggshells at first. The sheer number of rules and the strictness of enforcement can be overwhelming, even intimidating. But you quickly adapt, and soon you start to appreciate the results. Immaculately clean streets, spotless public transport, and a sense of safety that's hard to find elsewhere. There's a visible sense of order everywhere you go. Parks are pristine, public spaces are respected, and everything seems to run like clockwork. The rules are the invisible architecture of daily life, shaping how people move, interact, and coexist in this densely populated city. It's a fascinating trade-off: strictness for harmony, personal freedom for collective peace. The result is a society that feels both safe and efficient. The system is built on the idea that a little fear can motivate good behavior, and that the presence of authority, seen or unseen, keeps everyone in line. Singapore's order isn't accidental, it's by design. Every detail from urban planning to public policy is carefully considered to maintain this delicate balance. The city's perfection is the product of discipline, hard work, and a shared commitment to the common good. Workers clean the streets daily, and public spaces are meticulously maintained. This defines the Singaporean experience, a society where order, safety, and cleanliness are not just ideals but everyday realities achieved through a unique blend of vigilance and cooperation. The benefits of Singapore's strict rules are undeniable, especially the profound sense of safety. As a solo traveler, I felt comfortable exploring at any hour. The concept of choping, reserving tables with a tissue packet, shows the trust that permeates daily life. Public spaces are not just clean, but vibrant community hubs where families picnic and children play freely. This collective respect creates a higher quality of life for all. Singapore's disciplined approach also fosters remarkable social harmony. Despite its diverse population, the city is a model of peaceful coexistence. The government actively promotes racial and religious harmony, ensuring diversity is celebrated. Strict rules against inciting hatred help maintain stability. The result is a cohesive society where people from all backgrounds live and work together in peace. Safety and harmony are Singapore's greatest luxuries. But this order comes at a price: personal freedom. Freedom of speech is limited, and the media is largely state-controlled. Spontaneous street art and protests are rare. Everything feels planned and sanctioned. The political landscape is dominated by a single party, with little room for opposition. Heavy fines and strict enforcement create a culture of caution. Some argue this stifles creativity and risk-taking. Singapore's model raises the classic debate: can a society be both perfectly orderly and truly free? Every choice here involves a trade-off. My time in Singapore was a whirlwind of sensations and surprises, a journey that unfolded with every step I took. From the moment I landed at Changi Airport, I felt the city's pulse, modern, efficient, and alive with possibility. The air was thick with anticipation, and I couldn't wait to see what lay ahead. Stepping from the MRT into Little India, I was swept up in a riot of color, sound, and spice. The aroma of fresh garlands and sizzling curries mingled in the air, while the chatter of shopkeepers and the laughter of families filled the streets. Every corner seemed to tell a story, every market stall a new adventure. Moments later, I'd find myself gazing at futuristic skyscrapers, their glass facades reflecting the city's ambition, or wandering through the lush, otherworldly gardens by the bay, awed by the super trees and the city's vision for blending nature with innovation. The contrast between tradition and modernity was striking, and it made every moment feel fresh and unexpected. But it was the small moments that stayed with me, sharing a smile with a coffee shop owner, exchanging a few words with a hawker center vendor, or simply watching daily life unfold around me. These fleeting interactions revealed the warmth and resilience of the people who call Singapore home. The true heart of Singapore lies in these quiet connections, in the gentle nods of recognition between strangers, and in the sense of community that thrives even in a bustling metropolis. It's in the way friends linger over kopi in a corner cafe, or how neighbors greet each other in the corridors of public housing estates. I marveled at the city's flawless efficiency, the trains that arrived like clockwork, the streets that gleamed with cleanliness, the seamless blend of cultures and languages. Yet, as I moved through the city, I also pondered the hidden costs of such perfection. The comfort and safety are seductive, yet the invisible framework of rules is always present. There's a sense of order that shapes every interaction, a quiet discipline that underpins daily life. It's a city where freedom and structure dance in delicate balance. Singapore invites you not just to look, but to think. It asks you to reflect on what it means to belong, to be part of something larger than yourself, and to consider the trade-offs that come with progress and prosperity. It challenges your ideas about what makes a society work, about the value of harmony, and the price of order. Conversations with locals opened my eyes to the complexities beneath the surface, and I left with more questions than answers. That, for any traveler, is a precious gift. The chance to see the world anew, to be changed by a place, and to carry its lessons long after you've gone. Singapore forces you to confront a central question. What's the right balance between collective good and individual liberty? The comfort of security here is profound: safe streets, efficient systems, peace of mind. Many are happy to trade some freedoms for this quality of life, but there's also a human yearning for freedom, to speak, to dissent, to be spontaneous. In a controlled society, what is lost when this freedom is curtailed? Is a perfectly safe society also less dynamic? Ultimately, it's a personal calculation, order, or freedom. Different cultures find different answers. Singapore has chosen stability and harmony. As a visitor, you appreciate the results, even as you ponder the costs. Is Singapore's model a success? By most measures, absolutely. In a few decades, it's become one of the world's wealthiest, most advanced nations. Its citizens enjoy high living standards, robust infrastructure, and social stability. Leaders worldwide study Singapore's methods, hoping to replicate its efficiency and order. But is this model transferable or even desirable for other nations? Singapore's success is rooted in its unique history and small size. Its authoritarian governance wouldn't suit many liberal democracies. The trade-off between freedom and order isn't for everyone. Singapore is less a blueprint and more a fascinating case study. It shows what's possible with discipline and vision, but also highlights the costs to liberty. The truth lies somewhere in between utopia and gilded cage. As my journey ended, I reflected on what makes a city great. Is it the cleanliness, the safety, the freedom, or the creative chaos? Singapore offers a compelling vision of paradise through order and shared purpose. But there's beauty in imperfection, in cities that pulse with untamed energy and debate. Each of us carries our own idea of paradise. Singapore is thought-provoking because it forces us to define what that paradise looks like. For any traveler, being asked a good question is the greatest gift, and Singapore, above all, makes you think.